By the way, if anyone is watching this back in the future, this little portion is where I'm just doing a sound test. Also, sorry about the mouth noises. Because this is a live stream, you won't actually hear all of my fully processed, well, clear everything, you know? Now, I'm gonna do the, well, at least I would be doing the audio test. But for some reason, it's not previewing. So let's get this annoying stuff open and see why it is. Apparently it is live. Chat replay. Looks like we are actually live properly. I'm gonna make this public and then just hope it works. This used to be really complex for me as a kid, which is really funny. It was like it was the bane of my existence trying to get live streams done. I'm pretty sure if you go to the live streams category of my channel, the last one I had was a ton of issues. I think it came out from way too much struggling. Now let's check the audio levels on this. Well, that is actually shocking. It took me hours as a kid to get this working. So, I'm going to be honest here. I've never actually finished Below Zero properly. I played fragments of early access. I decided that I was going to wait until... I decided I was going to wait until the full game came out, and then I could never really get into it. I played fragments, I shared with a friend, stuff like that, but I never actually made it. So, this is going to be my chance to hopefully change that, and hopefully without the annoying microphone I used... Yeah, you might hear some of that. I was going to say hopefully without all of the issues we used to have. My old microphone picked up everything when streaming. God, this is so weird. I just have a good computer. It can just do this now. But anyway, I'm going to double check my... I've got to double check a few more settings and then we will get into this. God, I'm not good at this stuff nowadays. I used to be... There we go. I used to be really good at this stuff, but nowadays I just am not. That's interesting. My computer doesn't seem to be picking up on the fact that I'm streaming, but I'm assuming we'll be fine. Stream's up anyway. Let's start. We've dropped 0 frames. I'm expecting that to change when we load this in. All the stuff with Subnautica 2 has just got me interested to get back into the world, even if I'm not like the biggest fan. Even if I'm not like the biggest fan of stuff like Below Zero. God, I'm glad I took this water with me. I think streaming could be fun. I usually wake up early on in the day. New live. Now playing on your channel. Yeah, I know. I'm the one that started it. Oh god, I always forget how long these videos take to load. How long these games take to load. At least the low guy's finally going along. Hop, hop, hop. I could swear there was a mod to fix this stuff, but I'm playing unmodded now, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, if there are mods on here, then that was a friend or someone else. But even then, I can't imagine them being that changing. And no, this is not some prank type thing where, you know, where I'm lying and there's crazy game changing stuff. I'm genuinely just playing Below Zero for the first time.
This is the farthest that I can take you on company space
this
bus,
is
Robin.
Interesting
You're
to
sure
me.
You want this?
Because
the research is in everything.
None of this was in the game when I played
and
it.
Sam, I need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
Hey, the music's awesome. I'm glad they're getting this guy back. Is it Ben Prunty or something to do the music for Subnautica 2?
Drop pod deployed.
Well, oh, okay, I'm weirdly locked in. I'm gonna bump the audio volume back down to 10%.
Welcome to 4546 feet. Enjoy your stay.
Let's have a little look around. This is eerily similar to what I remember. I hope I can't die. I hope they don't kill you. This is eerily similar to the starting area I remember, where you initially jump straight in, swim through the little tunnel, and then come out in the cave. I think up in the mountains. This game looks nice. What is this? Oh, we got flares, filtered water. Okay, so it was a good thing for me to have explored.
Blueprint synthesized.
I mean, maybe I was supposed to explore a little bit, although I am freezing. But I'm gonna take everything I can. This is vital stuff for survival. I really want to make the nutrient bar in real life, actually. I've been tempted to for a while, because looking at the high-res renders, I assume that's the way I need to go, so I'm gonna look a bit more. Looking at the high-res renders, it actually looks like it's basically just a flapjack. I know. Looks like you're praying, and the hands just come up for way too long. I'm gonna go this way because I'm feeling a bit contrarian, and the other way feels like the more obvious route to go. Let these guys warm me up.
Holy smokes! That did not go as planned.
So glad we're getting a silent
should find a way
protagonist in
into the water
Subnautica
and
2.
drop pod.
I'm not a fan of the Yapper. The Yapatron, the Apatosaurus. Do these hurt you? I could ow, yeah, I was gonna say, I could swear they hurt you. Good to know they still do. Let's see, welcome to Adventure Xeno Worker. Retreat. I like the PDA, reminds me of Portal Stories Mel. Let's see, Arctic Survival Almanac, the surface. Adventurers exploring the surface in cold weather climates are advised to take additional precautions. I know. Like standing next to the conveniently placed warming plants. Else you really just get straight into it. There's no like start area anymore to walk through. I think the only reason I've opened up Below Zero recently was for the background of one of my little Subnautica 2 update videos, and I think I just stood somewhere here and recorded the penguins for close to are they called penguins? I think they are. And I recorded them for close to maybe 20 minutes. I do love these little guys though. The only other thing that's really in my head from this game are the sea monkeys that just stole your items over and over. A little bit weird how the weather just vanishes. But I'm gonna quickly rebind. Controversial. Gonna rebind move down to control. I think the rest of the stuff is fine though. Zero dropped frames. Very impressive. It is water time. Stay hydrated. Hey Nemo. That's going fine. I'm literally just playing Below Zero because I woke up way too early on in the day. That looks like Jodie Whittaker. Little
Well,
pop up
Sam,
on the
I
side.
guess I might as well gather some tools and
What I
resources
think's
before starting
interesting
my
is the
search.
new fabricator in
That radio
Subnautica
tower
2
is
actually looks like this storage locker. Gather tools, start research, hope that radio tower... I didn't even look at a radio tower. This character's got like 360 vision. Let's see, we seem to have all the standard Subnautica stuff, but I appreciate it being put in a little ring rather than the original where it was just a big line going down. That got way too cluttered way too quickly. Now let's have a look. Radio towers mentioned. I am not seeing a radio tower, but I do know my Subnauticas, and I do know that we've got to go straight for the titanium. Oh, that's cool. They have little photos of everything. The characters are always slightly uncomfortable. I have seen the Subnautica 2 stuff going on, but personally I don't really mind. Everyone seems to be looking way too quickly for the story of everything, and it's like if you just sit back, there'll be announcements that come out. They've been going back and forth. We've had news from Crafton, and then we've had news from the people. I mean, I was supportive of Charlie getting back into his position potentially, but then the more he keeps talking, the more I see his AI stuff he's doing, and it's seeming a bit. It's a bit harder to figure out who might be wrong or right. So I assume. Thank you. I assume this is the equivalent of the acid mushrooms from the first game. No, I don't mind waiting until 2026. I do my stuff, I have fun, and, well, screw me, I guess there is an actual acid mushroom replacement. I probably should have checked what the actual requirements are for the basics of, like, the build at all. Hey, little guy. Can't you steal the babies or something? I remember that. Yeah, I'm taking it. I don't know if these guys hate me, or if they're just... No, they hate me. I'm keeping the baby there. Hello, gonna need you for water. It's so funny seeing these things are like new and old. Oh yeah, I remember that. New feature. God, it's so weird. I'm really nostalgic for the original Subnautica, and I wish I could play the old versions again, but no one seems to talk about it anywhere. I wonder if the flares burn out. I always assume they did, but I could be being stupid. Can I cook this guy? Chat, we should cook this guy. Let's see. So we're going to want, first off, fins, I assume. So silicone rubber, we're going to need a knife. Oh wait, no, we just need to harvest creep vines for that. Next up would be the builder, which we don't have. So I'm instead going to go for the scanner. Really cool in VR. Oh yeah, I really wanted to play it in VR, but I've always been off-put by the fact you're sitting down, but I've heard it gives proper scale to everything, which is interesting. So that's the biggest issue these games have. You don't actually realize how big everything is until you see it in third person. Sorry, I'm just clearing out my hotbar.
I have a scanner.
The other thing I was looking for was creep vine. God, you're the #1 chatter because you are the only chatter I've had in 5 years. I used to stream on Twitch, but it is so toxic over there. Yeah, that's what was crazy about the Subnautica 2 trailer to me, because you see them go into the habitat through the little door, and it looks normal sized, and then you see the person in front of you go through it, and you realize that that habitat is like 2 meters tall, maybe more. Like, that is a gigantic door. I guess it's a hatch, but same thing. Hello, little peeper. It's a shame we're not going to get peepers in the new game, but I love all the fish. My favorite one's a stereo fish. It's a big jump scare to find out it's actually 2. Also, am I just being stupid for assuming that this is the equivalent of a creepvine forest? Oh no. I'm right. It's a bit weird that it's just a recolor. I also see the sea monkeys, and one of the few things I remember about this game is how much I hate them for stealing my stuff constantly. Oh, go away. No. I'm assuming they can't take it from you if it's not in your hand. Still gonna say, I said it before, I'm shocked that it took me like several days and collectively close to 10 hours to figure out how to stream when I was younger. I set this up in 5 minutes nowadays. I'm not even going to say that's a skill thing with me getting older and more mature. I just think I was really oblivious somehow. I hope Subnautica 2... no, I don't actually. I was going to say I hope Subnautica 2 supports some kind of VR, but I feel like it'll either be really disappointing or add way too much to the development time, and I think that money could go to just making a better game. I've got to get oxygen tank as well. Let's see what that is. I always forget that we have like a blueprint manager now. Oxygen is fiber mesh, and fiber mesh is creepvine. Cool, so I just need a knife for that one, and then we'll be set. I miss my old Subnautica Let's Play, but all the footage is lost. Practically lost media at this point. It's a little bit jarring how loud everything in this game can get. I should also probably get an air bladder. If I remember correctly, you can actually consume some of it while you're underwater. You don't just need to use it to go to the surface.
If you are tired of hearing the word oxygen, the air bladder provides a significant upward
It's kind of hilarious to me how slow this PDA talks. I really love the new voice actor they've got in. Anyway, we need fiber mesh, and I don't know what else I should get. Oh yeah, wanted to make flippers. There we go, and now I can make these, and now we swimming, baby. I'll dump all these in here because I really don't need them. Oh yeah, running not quite as funny as it used to be. Well, I love the Subnautica 2 one. I don't think anyone will have any complaints with that because it's literally... She sounds basically identical to the original PDA. Also, I'm just gonna... Wait, well, I could swear I picked up a bladderfish. I feel like I'm going crazy. I thought one of the first things I did was pick up a bladderfish, unless I turned it into water and drank it. Oh no, I must be losing it. No worries. Goodbye, have fun. I'm just going to be playing through this in my own time, not even doing it for the attention. Good luck with your food, though. Yeah, weird. I'll look back at it when I edit this. If I edit it. There you go. I'm gonna sacrifice you because your brother vanished. Enjoy the food. I should probably get like a little chat window set up at the bottom right at some point. Is that a thing I can just do now? That's gotta be a thing I can just do now. Oh, scary. You shouldn't be listening to me. Streamlabs doesn't I could put the pop out there, but I really don't want to. No, I'm just gonna sneeze and then call it a day, maybe. The sneeze is building up, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Hate those. Oh, very glad I turned down the microphone for that. Wow. I just realized you might be able to hear like a little fan in the background. It's because I have a dehumidifier running, so we're in the wet part of the season here. Anyway, I really need a sea glide. So do I have that unlocked yet? Nope, one away. It's weird how bright everything is. I'm tempted to play on Filmic, because I used to love Filmic mode, but I know that one, it makes everything a lot creepier, and two, it is horrific for compression. Thank you for blessing me, I'm now sacred. I don't know, I also feel like I kind of have to, not have to, but I kind of tempted to live stream as well, because it shows I'm alive, because I only upload once every Monday, and it's like I skip all the big news. What is making that noise? I hope that isn't... Oxygen. I hope that's the equivalent of something like a reefback and not the equivalent of a reaper. There we go. Sorry, I was just adjusting stuff. Let's get some of this. Do you want some of this with you of that?
New blueprint synthesized.
I used to love... what are they even called? I used to love Good Mythical Morning. It's not that I don't like them anymore, I don't know. They switched to almost entirely doing food reviews. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is about the noises in the shallows that aren't really anything is that in Subnautica they always came from something. It was a reef back, it was the ship in the distance, stuff like that. So now I can make, I don't even remember what it is I was making. Oh yeah, fiber mesh. Yeah, I love the show formats of Good Mythical Morning. Whenever they do that, it makes me happy because they put in a little bit more effort. But a lot of the time, it's just food. I mean, it's ironic considering if you go onto my channel, it's like 90%. It's like 90% monster reviews.
Oxygen tank can be upgraded for deluxe and VIP breathing.
Yeah, I hate the eating sound. God, this game is so much more linear than Subnautica I'm noticing already. It's like you make the scanner, so it gives you the recipe for the thing, so it gives you the recipe for the repair tool. I thought that was like an ominous honking noise. Reminds me of there used to be sirens at the edge of the world. I really liked those. It was really ominous, and I think they did it before they knew what they were going to do with the story. Now, my current goal is probably to get that third sea glide fragment, and then I assume I can just progress the story a little bit. I don't know, this game's always seemed a bit weird. Is that the Titan Hallfish? Is that what it's called? I remember I was discussing this guy yesterday. Ooh. I was discussing this guy yesterday because we talked about the difference between zooids, which are creatures that come together to make one large creature, and symbiotes, which this is. Because it has like the little guys that defend it, I think? I genuinely can't remember. God, I hate these icebergs. That is a big fear of mine, trying to surface in water and then hitting your head on something and not being able to breathe. I mean... Oh, okay. They literally just mark it with a beacon. What I find interesting is that in Subnautica 2 it actually looks like we'll be getting a return of supply caches. I'm not sure if they'll work the same way, but if this is just like a foundation with a few boxes on it, I think we're going to see that same sort of formula done. Also, God, I love the lighting of the flare. No, stop, no. You're not, no. Fun fact about temperature. Oh, okay, so flares do burn out. I don't... Is there... Can I speed that up by moving or something? God, I can't even remember what I was going to say now. The dumb little guy's thrown off my train of thought. Okay, I'll try to move around faster. I don't know, I like this game, but equally I've been off put by it in the past, especially with all the story changes. And yeah, this is literally the stuff we saw in the Subnautica 2 trailer. Is that just a free beacon I get to keep?
Use beacons to mark traverse territory.
Okay, I'll take it.
Show or hide the signals
Why is
of
everything
your choice
so
with your
specular?
Xenoworks PDA. Now with surface support.
Yum.
I'm telling you, Sammy, you see
I'll
some
listen to
weird
this.
things when you spend half your day in a sea truck.
More vandalism? Was it the sea monkeys again?
I don't think so. I can't shake the feeling
the
this
people
planet
never
is
fail
cursed.
to make me laugh though.
There's no such thing as a curse.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's nothing. You wouldn't want to hear about it anyway. Just a huge creature frozen in ice.
What? Where?
In a cave, not far from your lab. And here's the extra weird part. As soon as I called it in, they closed off the area. Don't want anyone going in there.
But why?
Sammy, I'm no biologist, but I think there was something wrong with it. Its skin just seemed off. Alien.
An alien on planet 4546b. No.
I'm serious, Sam. Something ain't right. Wish I could show you, but I can't get back in there.
You can't. But I might know how to.
Whatever you're thinking, we never had this conversation.
I'm assuming that that is the thing that got revealed immediately in early access, and maybe they thought to pace it out, because I do remember you went immediately into an ice cave. And in terms of Below Zero being overhated, I think a big part of it is that it is quite literally not the same game. Subnautica's like an open world, slow exploration. You progress by going down, basically, whereas this is a linear story thing. There's voiced characters. I don't know. I just think it's fun. I think it's fundamentally a different game. And people just go in expecting Subnautica. Subnautica 2 will basically be that, though, but it looks like they're taking the best elements of both Below Zero and the first game. Oh, is this a little sulfur cache? Is this sulfur? Or is it... Oh! It's gold! Wow. Okay, so it was very worthwhile being here. You know what? This is this makes sense. I heard rumors with Subnautica 2 about there being something like ore veins. I don't know if these replenished, but they were talking about how there would be ore veins separate to the individual pieces that spawn. I'm curious if that means we'll get something like that, or if it'll be a replenishing source. Below Zero's, yeah. In terms of Below Zero being their experiment ground, it kind of reminds me of what Far Cry does. Because they do a mainline Far Cry game, and then they have a side game, let's say a little offshoot, like they have Far Cry 4, and then they have Far Cry Primal. I can't think of any other examples, because those are the only ones I own. I have a lot more on Steam, but... Oh, this is just where I started. And I didn't even get the Sea Glide. I got an inventory full of handy stuff, but no way to use it. So is Xenowork a part of Altera? I mean, I assume not, but this all looks like Altera stuff. And I think that the plot of Below Zero is about big corporations being bad, so I would assume it's Altera. Just a little bit weird. Maybe it's like Cicada from Subnautica 2, where they're the cryogenics program for long-term travel for colonization, and in Below Zero, Xenoworks is whoever's doing terraforming. Anyway, I assume the Sea Glide fragment is going to be painfully obvious, like right here, and I've just missed it repeatedly. Okay, so it's Altera was here, but not, they don't work together, not related, so it's basically the inverse of the first game. Where you, basically the inverse of the first game, where you're looking for the other company. This time you are the other company. Doop, boop. I should probably drink that stuff. Can't wait to grow my own creature. Sea Glide would be great, though. One thing about Below Zero is, as far as I'm aware, they actually slowed down the speed of stuff like the sea moth and the prawn and reduced their crush depth, so everything's a lot slower in terms of exploration. Yeah, Degassi would have been fun, but I guess they were only in that one area. Come on. The only weird thing about... it's kind of weird. If I weren't live streaming, I'd be talking more about the game and general thoughts, whereas I'm not sure how this stuff converts into a video. So I'm talking out loud and to you. Okay, so there's just... I don't know, I could swear the Sea Glide fragments were originally placed up on these sorts of oh, hello. Sunlit plateaus. But I'm starting to think I was wrong, or maybe it changed over time. I love the twisty bridges. This was always the biome I really wanted in Subnautica, and I was devastated when they removed it. I mean, when they half removed it, it was technically in the game, but it was more like a block out. It never actually made it in, but... Oh, there's one. Yeah, active with a community that doesn't exist. God, I'm scared to edit the video for Monday though, because I'll be covering the gameplay trailer, and everything is so dramatic in everything's so dramatic in the community right now. I'm worried about the I'm already getting like really violently toxic comments that are getting filtered on my channel just on the things where I talk about how excited I am for updates. And also, yeah, I remember that guy. I'm not even going to try to say his name because I suck at saying that name specifically, but yeah, I used to, I think he gave me a shout out years ago. Well, it wasn't me, he gave a shout out to the project I was working on. So that's always funny. And it was the guide project, I think. Oh yeah, I can make a sea glide now. That's what I was doing. Titanium, lube, copper wire, and battery. Titanium, copper wire, and battery. Oh, I need one more ribbon plant. Hope CBR picks up at some point. I mean, I say that like I'm not one of the only 2 people working on it, but such a pain trying to get that stuff done. Lots of big plans, no way to execute them. I don't know. It's why I feel like I have a little bit I keep accidentally doing that. It's why I feel like I have a slightly better not better understanding, but it's why I feel bad for the developers in the Subnautica server, because I kind of know how it feels to have stuff forcefully delayed or to just have all this sort of drama around you. Not that it's ever been this bad for like us. The worst drama we've had is taking longer to release an update. But anyway, that should be everything, I think. Gotta get the swim charge fins ASAP so I never run out of power on these. Let's see, because this is the usual inventory order I use, and there's something missing from the second. Oh, I'm missing the builder. That's what it
is a personal transportation device
is.
used for high-speed freediving.
Z.
Contains a built-in light and
No, I've heard of it. I've never played it. I don't know. Most of the games I play, I discovered when I was younger, and then never moved on from. I think a good example is I still play Halo. I've been replaying the Elder Scrolls games, stuff like that. Trying to think, how old would I have been when Subnautica came out? I think my friend first told me about it when I would have been 11, I think. So even this is arguably, well, not even arguably, it is a childhood series. Okay, awesome. So now we can properly explore. I was told to check out the radio tower. I remember that. I feel like I'm missing out on something else. Let's see. Research. Okay, so that's all my scanning. Part of my brain always wants to scan everything, but at the same time, that'll get me stuck into a perpetual loop of never being able to finish the game. I had to fight myself to stop playing Skyrim because I really wanted 100% achievements, but it would just involve days of sitting there grinding, and I have a life. Contrary to what my brain wants me to do, I actually have things I need to do. And I can't just spend several weeks. I thought that was a creature with its teeth sticking up. Reminds me of the sandworm from Subnautica. I don't believe it was ever in the game, but I do remember spawning it in the entity gallery. Also, ooh, what happened here? Hello, little guys. I'm gonna scan these guys for good measure. God, they made the scanning instant in the mobile version of Subnautica, and I'm curious if they're gonna bring that to Subnautica 2 as well. Oh god. Well, if you want a true waste of time, and I mean a waste of time from the perspective of it's weird to only play a game to do this, try Halo the Master Chief Collection. If I remember correctly, I believe it has 700 achievements. Also, that item looks very similar to the DNA scanner from the other game.
New blueprint synthesized.
No, it's new blueprint acquired. It's new blueprint acquired. Oh, yummy. The only, I think the only Call of Duty game I've ever played is Call of Duty... Yeah, I think that might be it, Call of Duty, and I played the Zombies game mode. And I only ever played it when my friends were around, so that is my entire exposure to the Black Ops line of things. I think one of my friends got Modern Warfare, and I might have played one round, but then we stopped because it felt unfair with the jetpacks. I think there were. I still have my I've put my Xbox One upstairs for now. But I still have the 360 and a Series X set up downstairs because not all games are backwards compatible. Wow, you fly in this. I miss being able to go flying in the early builds of Subnautica. I used to put a chair down in front of the Cyclops piloting bit, and it would just, as soon as you tried to ride it, it would just send you flying into the stratosphere. Now, I'm assuming that this is a place of importance, and that mineral scanner will actually be a bit more than a mineral scanner. The one thing I remember not liking about this game is how oxygen-based the gameplay is. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not some big person. I mean, there'd probably be chatters if I started streaming on Twitch again, but I'm pretty sick of Twitch at this point. See, that noise sounds like something is closing in on me. I'm expecting. Oh.
Transmission of unknown origin. Source of transmission depth calculated at approximately 200 meters.
God, I love twisty bridges. Yeah, I think the issue I had back then was I was hello. I hope you're friendly. Probably. Oh yeah, no. I get so sick of those people that like post every day. I'll look in the self-promotion channels and it'll be the same person posting 20 times in a row. And I stream and make videos for myself. It's like if someone else likes them, I appreciate that. That's awesome, but I don't know. I'm doing it for the love of the game. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into promoting it somehow someday. But for now, I'm pretty happy to stay silent. I mean, I do my little a cappella videos that would be embarrassing if I had a big audience. I can do whatever I want and not have to worry about it. Now let's scan this guy. I mean, I used to do YouTube properly. I used to take it seriously, and then I ended up deleting my account, unfortunately. I was fairly young. It's why I shifted to this channel. I was pretty young. I didn't know how to private videos in bulk, so I just deleted the channel. And that's probably one of my biggest regrets, because that's all of the subscribers, views, anything, history gone. I don't even have an archive. Oh, I keep thinking I'm getting sea moth fragments, but I forgot it's sea truck. Also, I'm pretty sure the name of this stream is streaming till my partner wakes up. I wonder when she's going to wake up. She usually wakes up fairly early. Also, am I being attacked right now? I am. You're silly. You remind me of the Subnautica 2. Did it? It didn't die from it. No. I'm really confused by that. Also, why does the AI seem so dumb in this game compared to others? Like, it attacks and then it just goes stationary. That's really weird. It's so weird. With the amount of Subnautica news we've been getting lately, I promised myself I was going to cover the game from when Subnautica 2 came out. My channel's just become Subnautica now, I think. Kind of makes me feel bad, because like, I think I'm gonna be doing a vintage story video. Whenever I know that I'm gonna have a free Monday that won't be Subnautica, I want to do a vintage story video, and I feel bad because I now know that I gained like 20 subscribers from the last video about Subnautica. It's like, hey guys, you don't need to dislike it, don't worry, I know what you want. That's gotta be something, that's gotta be a Leviathan. You can't say that's ambience. God, this is the horrible thing about not knowing much about this game. Let's look at the map. I feel like there's something out there, and I'm suspicious that it's that thing glowing. But I do not know. Ooh! Oh, that's useful. I'm gonna head there. I didn't even think about night visibility for any lights. I'm going to... I think I'm gonna say... Yeah, anything dark... Anything dark like this always feels like there's gonna be lithium. I'm gonna tempt fate. Maybe. I suck with horror games. I know this isn't really a horror game. What are you? It looks like the sea dragon. Is that it? That doesn't... I was kind of expecting a something like really big and scary. I'm gonna have to verify if that's actually it, but I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna have a look a little further over, but I'm a big scaredy. They seem friendly, but I'm a big scaredy cat. No, I thought that was going to be a leviathan, but then I got closer and realized that it's not actually big. God, I hate this game. I mean, I like it, but it's oh, daylight. Hello, daylight. See, I can hear it. I can hear something, and you said it's not those. You sure it's not these guys? Oh, hello. I'm very early in the game.
30 seconds of oxygen
Oh,
remaining.
I've run out. I'll show you. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I just got my Sea Glide, and I'm looking for a builder, and I saw in the distance... Well, I could see lights in the distance. Yeah, I've literally just started the game. Yeah, you're no longer alone, but who knows for how long. I would play the original game again if I could get my hands on an early access build. I played the game to death, and I'm really in the mood for nostalgia, but I'm pretty sure the Steam Depot trick got disabled. And I'm just double checking, whatever made that noise was not that creature I found, right? So there's something down deeper or something that I'll need to find later. I said something way too much. Ooh. This game's so weirdly well made, but also empty feeling, but tiny and big at the same time. Okay, so... I think the thing I was looking for is somewhere over there, but there's a nifty little... I don't know what they're called. A little cache, I think they call them. Over here. Oh, okay, nothing. These all look like they should be scannable. Got the water. Water. Oh yeah, foundation. No, foundation must be a default thing then. I should have taken more stuff for batteries. I always forget how relatively quickly this stuff drains. I love that guy. I remember this guy. So I was thinking earlier that I love the hoverfish in the first game, I love the stereo fish in Subnautica 2, but I couldn't really think of a favourite in Subnautica Below Zero, and I'm pretty sure it would be this guy. I assume that I probably because they're like the seals of this game. They're very silly. I love them. Still don't know where that base is though. Now the horrible weather's kind of screwed up those plans. Love the soundscape. Oh, sorry. I love the soundscape in this game. Yeah, I still have a, I think one of my oldest screenshots, which is kind of ironic because I took it so late into the game being developed, is actually of me holding a hoverfish in 2017. See, it says dangerous weather, but does that just mean I'll cool down? Oh. This is not the thing I was seeing at night. Let's go around. I'm hoping I can actually play this game to the end. I've not properly done that before. So this will all be a relative mystery to me. Well, there's something. Okay, well, maybe... No. Oh well, this cave's warm, I think. Yeah. It's kind of jarring, this game, how things either slowly freeze you or warm you up to, whatever that temperature is. 100 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius.
37.78 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so it's warming you up to a very hot summer's day just by standing in that entrance. Don't know what this is though. I assume there's something in a cave that I can get to. I'm not going to drop down yet. Now, maybe I'm thinking that maybe I should have gone straight to the thing I was seeing at night instead of trying to investigate those sounds. I thought that was a weird creature, but it turns out I'm just freezing slowly. Freezing to death, probably. You'd think running would warm you up. Only 3 hostile leviathans. So, 3 hostile leviathans. There's the... I'm going to assume it's called an ice worm leviathan. Unless that's not a leviathan. There's the shadow leviathan. And apart from that, I do not... Oh wait, and there's the... I can't remember what it's called, but there's the other funny looking beak one. It's what I thought they were showing off in Subnautica 2 until I realised it was a unique leviathan. I do not like... I will say, I do not like the temperature mechanics in this game. Hate them. Ocean.
Hypothermia imminent.
Oh, this game's pretty at least. Yeah, the Chelicerate. Yeah, that was the 3rd one. I'm assuming those are the 3 leviathans. I love how it spins. Are you friendly? Yeah. God, what are these? I don't remember seeing these. Oh, it is a Chelicerate. Okay. Are these the, Oh, an eye jelly. Wow. These were either added late, or I just really missed out on a lot of this game. Although this seems very empty.
100 meters.
Oh yeah, I have
Oxygen
nothing. I should
efficiency
probably return to the
decreased.
life pod. Oh yeah, yeah, Void Leviathan. I think the Shadow Leviathan... I love the idea of that Leviathan that hunts... that hunts from the top and then goes down, but the game's too cramped to utilize it. Also, thoughts on cheese. If that is a legitimate question, I am a huge cheese person, and I have been my entire life. Yeah, I currently have... I treat myself once a week to an expensive block of cheese. I can't remember the name of the one I have now, but it's one of my all-time favorites, and I'm hoping I can get more. The only issue I have is trying to find cheeses that I can eat. It's also very expensive, and in today's economy, that is not good. One thing that I'm uncertain about in this game is it's so linear in terms of giving me items so far that I'm worried I'm missing out on important story elements by just not doing the right thing. Because, I mean... I guess I should make the mineral detector. Probably. I don't think I've had pepper jack. I've always heard that people have it in macaroni cheese. And that's it. There you go, pinning it. So that uses silicon. I already have one of those. The battery, I already have those. Copper wire. Okay, I have everything for that. This is one thing I feel bad about. If this were a video, I would cut out all of this swimming there and back, but it's not. It's a live stream, so instead, not only do I have to suffer through it, but you do too. Oh yeah, I saw the distress signal. Where would that even be? Yeah, 200 meters. I need a rebreather for that, I think. I know the game has oxygen plants, but I don't think they're good enough to compensate against how bad the oxygen drain gets. Do I have a rebreather blueprint? No. Although there might not even be a rebreather, and maybe I just have to get a sea truck or something. Oh, there we go. Cool. Maybe the game just saves whenever you come in here. Also, why am I short on copper? There we go. We'll also grab this while it's doing that. They should really allow you. I hope they allow you to queue up fabrications, especially in Subnautica 2, where it'll be multiplayer. I feel like they'll be very important. Okay, there we go.
The detector can sniff out raw materials, potentially saving you hundreds of hours of searching.
Rebreather can be found 120 meters. Okay, they're just making fun. They're poking fun at that point, when you have to go below the safe breathing depth to get it. Also, this new bladderfish I picked up is going to be my next victim. It's kind of funny how even the water in this game isn't vegetarian. Also, playing this just makes me love Subnautica 2 so much more, because I'm just thinking about how much better all the shaders are, all the light refraction, the funny effects. It actually feels like you're properly underwater in Subnautica 2, whereas this is kind of like a fog. Sorry, I thought I was going to be able to quickly make a battery, but these ribbon plants aren't as plentiful as I thought, so I might actually need to make... I was going to say make a farm, but then I remembered that I don't have a builder tool, so fragment. I don't know how this works. I don't know how this works. I'm going to leave that for now. Yeah. Hello, little guy. Oh. Oh yeah, I mean, even in terms of it being more chill, I still think Subnautica is quite relaxing, because the AI has this dumb thing where if you just move down or up, it just can't track you properly. So even if there is a Leviathan chasing you, you just go down a tiny bit. Also, I saw there was a new journal entry.
Picked up what sounds like a distress call.
Oh, so it's saying that I recorded this message. Okay. Mimic. Yeah, I want to check it out. 200 meters down. I keep forgetting to check the HUD. I don't know. I think one of the biggest issues with Subnautica, and it's not really an issue, it's a me problem, it's a skill issue on my behalf, is that I played it from one of the very first early access versions, and I played every experimental build up to full release. And it meant that by the time the game had come out, I played it through countless times over. I knew the game inside and out. There was nothing surprising. I don't know. I missed a hole in the side of the Aurora. I can't even remember what was in there.
Passing 100 meters.
I just remembered that it was, I preferred it. Runway. I saw someone use AI on Subnautica, but it was really incoherent. Oh, I just got flashbacks to something dragging me deep down. I hope it's not those guys. The thing that interested me the most is
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, precursor stuff. The thing that interested me the most was that one Unreal Engine video where they remade Subnautica on Unreal Engine 5. But as far as I'm aware, they've gone on to almost entirely do AI videos. Oh god, I might be dead. I was tempted to make this a hardcore let's play, but I'm oh no, you can't do that. But I'm glad I didn't with this stuff. And yes, Subnautica Below Zero is a good game, it's just a fundamentally different game. It isn't Subnautica, it is Below Zero. And that's why I think people don't like it. Now, I hope this is actually the rebreather fragment you were talking about, because that would be a lifesaver, because I haven't really seen sea truck fragments. Yummy. There we go. That was worth it. I wonder what creature... Oh. Hello. Oh, there's lots of stuff here. Okay.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I don't know. Yeah, I remember I always went to the mushroom forest for my my Cyclops parts. Also, sorry, sorry for not reading the chat. I just locked in for a moment. Yeah. I was just stressed. I didn't want to die. I'm probably going to end up dying in this playthrough, but a little part of me is like, maybe I should have done hardcore. Maybe I should have made myself that little bit more attached. Also forgot I can unpin that now. I know, chat's not going anywhere. And there's at least, I don't know, at least it's not like 5,000 people to have to catch up with. Let's use the med kit, because I'm pretty sure it drains health and... I'm pretty sure it drains hunger and water faster to heal. I just need to remember to go this direction to get to the precursor stuff. I should probably take a beacon with me, honestly. Oh, I had the beacon on me. I'm so stupid. Oh, I could have marked that point, and I didn't. I'm so stupid. Dang. But the thing I need is one more of those little battery farms. If Subnautica 2 never releases, I'll be sad, but I don't think it will. If you look at the leaked plans Crafton had for it, one of the big reasons they want to delay it and are worried about it is, one of the big... I'll go straight from the life pod once I have an extra battery. But one of the big reasons Crafton is worried about the game is because they want to turn it into a global franchise. Which is kind of an interesting approach to take, but it means they're probably... It means this early access is probably going to be more polished than we'd ever have in the past. And finally, I'm pretty sure I can make batteries now. Copper. I don't think I have copper, but that'll be really easy to find. It's probably going to be here. There we go. Oh no, I love using the Sea Glide. It drains power too quickly. Give me my swim charge fins already. Ah, love the lighting of this. Elder Scrolls fans would be weeping right now. At least I'm pretty sure. I remember them complaining about Oblivion Remastered having too much yellow lighting and orange lighting on the sunsets. Woo, okay. What I'm going to do is I'll go over here. I'll mark the precursor stuff with a beacon, and then I'll go straight from the life pod. I just want to make sure I don't forget this because I'm very forgetful. I mean, the game always looks good. There's something a bit off about some of the graphics in Below Zero, where a lot of the metal looks a bit too shiny and smooth, but overall it looks nice. Subnautica 2 is on another level though. It literally feels like the concept art came to life for that game. I don't get why people are hating on it so much. Now I'm looking out for the twisty bridges, and there should be glowing green down the bottom. I think this is it. Ooh, can I harvest these? No. Oh, I can. Well, that was pretty, even if I don't end up with a use for it. Subnautica 2 looks great, regardless of any of the drama. Oh, regardless of any of the drama that's happening in the background, it functionally looks like an amazing game. I don't trust you.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, okay. I was expecting it to freeze me from the name. So there's another creature that already does freeze. I'm realizing now that I don't know. I think this way is forward of the life pod. I'm also going to change this beacon color to green. Goodbye. Would love to farm those things at some point. Yeah, I actually, you can look up the Subnautica 2 channel, but if you're too lazy to get off this one, I actually have a Subnautica 2 playlist, and I've added all of the Subnautica 2 announcements to it so far. I would mainly suggest looking at the release or the announcement trailer, or like the little teaser, and also the latest gameplay trailer. They're both in Unreal, although the first one is a bit more scripted and custom animated. But the game just looks like that. People thought they were sharing concept art. Now, is this... I think this is straight from the life pod, so I'm assuming you mean to go a bit past this. Power's also running down. Should probably look at what a rebreather requires. Oh, that's so cheap. Oh yeah. Wait until it releases to play blind. I think you... Okay, I wouldn't watch the I wouldn't watch the release video then, but I would watch the gameplay trailer. But then stop it a bit before the end, because the end has like a we know nothing about it, but it has like the smallest teaser imaginable for the story. But the rest is just showing off mechanics, and it looks really fun. I like it. It's completely different, but it's also just like Subnautica. And it's a game I could see myself playing for the next decade. Well, this looks cool. I hope it's not actually fire, and just looks... What the flip? A profiterole. Yeah, I wanted to wait until Below Zero release to play it blind, to be fair. I just gave myself little peeks every now and again. I'm gonna save because I don't trust you with the whole going forward from the... why did it suddenly get so... What is that? Oh, it's just a normal guy. Okay, I have no reason to be scared. Whew, stop panicking me. Oh no, I'm under a giant iceberg. No. Oh. Thankfully, I took the extra battery. I'm also going to put the flare in my offhand. I'm going to go down a bit in case I missed it here. Maybe it's this cave. Oh, an island. Okay, going up. Favorite tree. My favorite tree to be around is a willow, because I really like the way they create these closed off little rooms you can be in. But in terms of my favorite tree to climb, it would definitely be... I'm trying to think. I used to have I think it was a dead, fully grown fig tree, and that was really fun to climb up as a kid. See, I don't think this is a small island with stuff. I think I've completely missed whatever it is I was here for. By the way, how's the stream quality? I'm just curious, because I'm streaming at double the recommendation of what YouTube says to do. But I'm also only doing it at 1080p. Huh, it looks like I have a little habit of going to places you don't know. It's really annoying. I try to upload all my videos at 4K, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm trying to do a lot more with high-resolution footage, and I'm just running out of VRAM. So I've had to start doing 1440p, and I think I even did 1080p on my latest Subnautica video. Although, in fairness, it had a hand rotoscoped hand, and I only had maybe 2.5 hours to make the entire video from script to completion. That is probably why a lot of my Subnautica videos seem a bit low. Also, that might be it. That looks like a little island with some stuff on it. And I'm pretty sure I've actually been to it already. Yeah, that's the floating platform. Surprised I haven't dropped a single frame. I used to try to stream 1440p at max quality on my 1060. I'm not surprised. Oh wait. I might just be blind and stupid. No, I know vague bits of the story. I went back and forth with someone, and we took turns, so I did like some of the intro bit, and then they played almost all of it, and then I came in for different bits and pieces that was interesting, but I never actually played it properly. Sorry. See, I feel stupid, and I hate when this happens, because I hate watching streamers and YouTubers miss the most obvious little islands. So you said left and straight. I think most of the story that I know, unfortunately, is the early access story. Also, I'm very suspicious that you're trying to lead me out into the void with this. I know you would never do that, but... Milky banana. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really suspicious that you're trying to lead me out into the void. I've done that to a few of my friends with the original game. One thing I've heard about Below Zero is that it apparently doesn't have a void. Okay, well, one thing I heard is that it apparently doesn't have a void, and then things just start attacking you, but I could also be wrong and stupid. Yeah, no, I think I've just completely missed whatever it is you were talking about. I mean, I'll take the resources, but...
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Whoa! Oh, wow. That was a fun one. There's probably, like, a deepest place in the... I hope you just saw that. I'm gonna go over to look at it. I saw gigantic spines over in the distance. But I also don't know if I'm... Oh wow, this is pretty. Reminds me... I also don't know if I'm going crazy. This reminds me of the thermal vents in real life. I used to live just like a short drive away from some of these, and it's really cool being able to go and view all the volcanic activity for yourself. Oh, yep. Yep, that was a bad idea. That's what I saw. Oh no. Oh no, that looks too big to have a that looks too big to be able to just go up or down from. Why does that look so much bigger than any Leviathan I've seen in Subnautica before? What lifebot has the worst death? Well, I mean, the player doesn't really die. Also, island is nearby. Huh. I'm gonna say the people that had the oh god, the Titanic 2 happened to them, where they were deep underground and they had the destruction. Their pod basically imploded, or whatever it was. I think that's what happened. Because that seems horrific with the time and build-up. You're not just killed by a big creature. It's just the fear and then death. Oh, hello, a new person. Also, God, I love these. I did not realize they'd added rock punches to the game. Oh, they're so cute. I remember these little guys. I think they were posed like that in the concept art. Is it trying to attack me? It might be. These things are kind of stupid, though. They just sort of jump at you. Yeah. I mean, I would have always thought the rock puncher... Look at it go, he's punching rocks. I would have always thought the rock puncher would be a peaceful creature. Oh god, there's so much noise. I didn't even hear the oxygen alert. Where's the island, though? Yeah. Oh, God, that thing looks creepy. I think it kind of vaguely reminds me of the exoskeleton of a cockroach. And that might be partly why it's creeping me out a little bit more. Should be behind me. See, this is why I don't trust you telling me these things. You told me to go in a straight line and to go past the platform. I went past the platform and there's an absolutely unfathomably large, what I'm assuming is a Leviathan. And now you're telling me to turn around and go back to the Leviathan. I'm going to listen. I'm going to go across this water here. What is that? Am I safe? Am I safe? I think I'm safe. Oh, I'm so glad I'm safe. I saw something out there which looks friendly. Should probably have some water, but yeah. What is the next stage? I still haven't even found the distress beacon, which I probably should have done. No, I assume you might not be trying to get me killed, but every time the gigantic, creepy Leviathan appears on the screen, your instructions are basically swim into its mouth. That's where the island is. God, I hate it when you can't see the bottom. I'm gonna... Considering I've gone almost a kilometer out, I think I'm gonna slowly make my way back towards the precursor stuff. I know, I loved a lot of the, didn't the original Oh, please don't see me. Please ignore me. Please ignore me. I'm too small for you. I'm too small to sustain your lifestyle. I'm too small. I mean, that'll be the sea truck unlock. Oh god, it's a module.
This is the place Lil mentioned in her message.
No, I'm too small. Yeah, Oh, that might be a sea truck. That might be a sea truck. No, it's a sleeper module. Okay, fine.
Oxygen.
Okay. I'm gonna go up, but I'm only doing it for oxygen, and I'm worried I'm going to die anyway. Okay, so that was what was making the noises before. I know. Oh no. Oh, that's so creepy. Please don't be seeing me. You said the island? Am I going crazy? This feels like gaslighting. Don't kill me. I always find it weird when the big leviathans attack you sometimes. Oh! Yeah, I'm stupid. I didn't realize it gave me... Sorry, I'm not... Subnautica never did beacons. I did get the PDA message. I'm too focused on the gigantic, house-sized leviathan that looks like it was eyeing me up. Oh my god. You're nothing. You are nothing. I'm gonna scan you. There we go. Let's heal a little bit. Wait, what? Did I not? Okay. God. This is already a lot more stressful than the original Subnautica, though. I never had that... God, if Reaper Leviathans had that effect on me, I would not be able to finish Subnautica. I don't even want to go near that part of the ocean anymore. Like, the giant spines coming up over the top of the water. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was horrifying. Anyway. Oh no, I don't mind the backseat instructions. It's just more that they were so suspiciously off towards telling me to die. Oh, this is the station I saw at night time. So it wasn't it was off by... Okay, this is the station I was seeing at night, before the bad weather came in. Ah, and that's my sea truck unlocked. Thank you for thank you for the little hearts. I just noticed them in the corner of my head. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to start color coding things. Anything my base related is going to be oh yeah, I got confused. The drop pod was behind it. Anything story related, I'm going to make blue.
Technology acquired.
Why did I get a depth upgrade? I didn't even do anything. And plasteel ingot? You see what I mean about this game being weirdly linear? It's like why am I getting depth upgrade Mark 2? I haven't done anything to deserve that. What? I'm really confused. Like, in the original game you found fragments, and like you didn't really unlock much, but this is like, congratulations, you found the next story point, here's 3 depth upgrades and a rocket launcher. What do you mean I accidentally did some dev stuff? Bench? What do you mean dev stuff? Floodlight? What dev stuff could I have possibly done? Also, why am I not warming... Oh, there we go. Wait, what? Why am I only warming up with my PDA open? That's weird. Well, I'm gonna get out of the water with this shockingly, violently blue water and have a look up here. There's the radio tower that was mentioned at the start of the game. Weird. Whatever it is, I'm glad I have that stuff. And I got the sleeper module.
This is a recorded message. If you can
Are these
hear
heaters?
this, you're trespassing. If you know what's good for you, you'll get the hell out of here.
I do remember there being land creatures that kind of remind me of a mix of pandas and polar bears. No, it's... I'm gonna trespass. I've got a snowball. I'm basically an entire army at this point. I have one singular snowball. I'm gonna be honest, by the way. When I saw Pick Up Snow, I got happy flashbacks to early access Dig Sand. That's something I non-stop joke about when it comes to Subnautica 2 updates. It's like, you know, I don't care how much content's in it, so long as we can dig sand. Yeah, they were just like big fluffy guys, and I never actually got to see them properly. I know this is the probably another alternate way up, but I still want to check. And I wouldn't have had the light stick without it. Come on. I'm tempted to yeah, the snow stalker. I'm tempted to scan everything, but I'm also aware that... Ew, didn't mean to whistle. Don't know how I whistled with my teeth there. But I'm also aware that that's a pretty big waste of time. Well, this seems safe. Nice and warm and cozy. Oh, sulfur. Shrub nut. Yeah, I love those things. Yeah, shrub nuts. My gang. I do not like the eating sounds in this game. They're so viscerally uncomfortable and weird. Wow. Sorry, I'm more shocked by how many of these are. Anyway. Let's get the titanium. Altera. Nothing interesting. Altera PDA. Emmanuel gave me this jailbroken scanner tool. Thing said need more shower heads. Guess what the most... Okay. So it's lore stuff. See, everything like this looks like it should be scannable, but it isn't. Now, where's the tower? I might have taken a wrong turn to get to the tower. I mean, it's a pretty big tower. You'd think it'd be a very obvious path. I'm back where I started. Oh. Okay, maybe I just need to go in a straight line and not dip down. I've also not played Left 4 Dead. I wanted to play Left 4 Dead, but I haven't. Maybe this way is the right... Yeah, this way might be the right way. I always hated the land segments of Subnautica, but at least this feels better. Okay, what's my progress? How do I show my progress? I have a sea glide, and I just unlocked the sea truck. And sea truck depth modules Mark 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. Is there because several people have joined and asked about progress. Am I missing some pretty obvious progress meter or like a reference point for this stuff? Also, maybe I'm not supposed to get up there. I need to get a torch. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to leave this alone for now. I know I'm about to... I know I'm trespassing. There was a warning. I'm going to reread that in case that was something important. There's a recorded message. Trespassing, no, it's good. Well, to be fair, Subnautica has a pretty clear progression path. When someone asks where are you in Subnautica, it's pretty easy to give a response and say I'm at X or Y point of the story. Yeah, it does not help that it's dark. Here we go. Here it is. Of course I just missed a turn. Hell yeah. Copper. Oh. Very awkward transition.
Stop right there, Altera. You're out of bounds.
I'm not with
Bye
Altera.
bye.
Then your position is doubly precarious.
I'm sorry, the lighting makes them look like they're from Doom
If you're
3.
telling the truth,
Or like
you're
Halo
out
2.
of your mind. If you're lying, there'll
A
be
real
hell to
woman
pay.
in my video game?
Wait!
That's
Who are
insane.
you?
Stay off my land.
I wish my prawn suit had a jetpack. See, you notice how you thought there was a woman and now there isn't one. That proves that women don't actually exist. If they were real, she would have stayed there.
It would appear I'm far less alone on this planet than I had anticipated.
Hello, Delta Station.
Location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, so I don't have a builder. I don't have a building tool or a constructor. But I do have a multi-purpose room. I'm glad they backported these. I remember I built on land in Subnautica and it randomly made one of these. So I'm assuming it's a backported feature from Below Zero to Subnautica and whatever that 2.0 update was. I can't wait for the modding discussions to be like, you need Subnautica 2 and for people to get it mixed up with Subnautica 2.0. 2.0. God, I'm getting everything. Everything except the building tool. I hope I'm wrong and that the building tool is a part of this. And a woman is
a woman. Should be able to find
a
my
woman
way to fly
is
robotics
not a
where
man.
Sam
No, that's the best definition I can give. I was gonna make some sort of joke definition. I can't even think of one. Oh, is that a nutrient bar? Yummy. I do feel like something that hurts this game from time to time is the fact that anything can happen at any time of day, which makes it very hard. Yeah. So, a woman is just like, barbecue ribs. All of them. Okay. Again, I really hope we get faster scanning in Subnautica 2. It'd be a lifesaver, because there's no reason for this. There's no reason I should have to stand here for that long. Have I played Subnautica 1 before? Or are you talking to someone else in the chat? Hello. I also hope the latency isn't too bad, because I try to keep it minimal. I'll take all this stuff. It'd be funny. wait. This does make me feel like I'm missing some important bit of the progression though, because I don't have a builder tool. By the way, I have a giant, like a meter tall Keep Calm Kitty poster in my actual room to my left right now. Oh. If you're asking me if I played Subnautica 1 before, then yes, I've played Subnautica 1 since 2014. Been a big fan from the beginning. Below Zero, I only played fragments of during early access and then never properly finished. So this is actually my first time properly playing. So help would be appreciated, but not complete spoilers.
Tower maintenance log.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay,
this time
I'll
the
let that
birds
play.
have really done it. I don't know what they've been eating, but it's corrosive when it comes out the other end. I'm gonna need to rewire. I'm short an element to fabricate the right cable. I remember seeing some when I did that dive to the old ship. I'm gonna go out there and see if I can get some more. That should fix it. Maintenance status in progress.
Okay, it's finally over. I'm assuming I'll need to fix this from that. Maybe a repair tool. To be fair, I was given the repair tool early on. I also just realized that I'm freezing. Other fragments scattered in the water. Yeah, oh no. There we go. I wish I knew a little bit more, because there's like that nice bit where you sort of know... You know the basics of what's going on, but you don't know, Sorry. if it's, I just had an alarm go off. But if I know the basics of what's going on, then it helps me a little bit because I can find some of the early fragments, but I know nothing. I also just realized that I missed important rooms in this place, and probably the solar panels too. There we go. I'm tempted to, I'm not going to, but I'm slightly tempted to look it up. And yes, top chatter does mean you are the top G. Is that what Andrew Tate calls himself?
Higher uppers.
I don't think that's a good thing to want to be associated with. That feels like it's cheating. That's not even a... This isn't even like a physics desk toy. It's very clearly faked through magnetic stuff.
Sam really got under management's skin. I know she had it in her.
You know, if I'll either do it after the stream or whatever, but I love listening and reading through all the PDAs and logs and lore stuff. So that'll be very fun. That looks like awful food, but I would eat it if I was stranded on a planet. I mean, it's probably frozen and preserved nicely anyway. Nice motivational poster. God, inventory full. That's a problem. I should probably head back then. I think I'm assuming I found everything there is to find here. Just double checking because I somehow missed that when I first came up here. Yeah, I'm really curious how the inventory is going to work, because the inventory in Subnautica 2, this isn't a story spoiler, so I know someone was avoiding that, but the inventory in Subnautica 2 is actually going to be, I don't know how to describe, but it uses decimal points. So instead of having 1 titanium, you have like decimals. Also, I see everything related to Subnautica 2. I'm working on an update video, and I do one for each announcement, but they always come out on Monday, which is why I'm even streaming now. I just want to sort of fill in the time. But yeah, I've seen about everything there is to see. Oh, it's full. Let's drop one. No, let's drop the snowball. I'm stupid. I don't even know why I considered dropping anything else. Depends on which leaks you're talking about, though. Oh, this guy looks silly. A discus fish. Does not look like any discus I've ever seen. Oh, what is the EXP?
Detecting stern of an astronautical
I'm assuming that they're experiencing... This is coming from someone...
Mercury 2. Inoperative.
Oh. No, I'm sorry. It had to be done. Wait, what? Crash fish are in the game? Oh, that's so funny. I'm gonna... Oh wait, what? You can't just hit them with a knife? No. In the original game, you could hit them with a knife once and they would die. But the experience thing with lives, I would assume is some kind of verification thing. I don't know, to like level up, whatever. But yeah, I didn't realize crash fish were in this game, and I also thought I'd be able to just... Oh, maybe it's the thermal blade that one hits them. That might be what I'm thinking of. Because hardened blade got removed, I think. Although it would have been nice to still have the hardened blade as a variant that does more damage. There's so much stuff I want to pick up. Oh, well, I hit it and it didn't die. Which is weird. Let's change that to last known position. Yeah, no, I'm just... it's a little funky, but I like below zero. What I'm assuming happened, which I've seen happen in the past, is that it visually played... Oh god, I have 8 viewers. I don't actually have a view count up, because, as I said at the beginning, I'm streaming for the love of the game. I'm streaming for me. I don't want to know any numbers or stats. So I want to see the chat if they I want to see the chats if they come up, but I don't want to get myself bogged down with numbers. But I don't know. The progression's a little bit funky. I'm surprised I can't make a home already. It's really limiting having only this tiny life pod. If I go into my blueprints, I think I have like a ton of building modules and things I can do. It just hurts. It breaks my heart to not be able to use them. And I saw the other person say that they got the builder as an end game item. Was it renamed from a builder? I'm getting a weird nagging feeling that it might have been renamed something like a construction tool. Oh, realistic graphics mod would be fun. The thing that always bugs me is every time I saw a realistic graphics mod advertised, it was always just a reshade preset, and it would just look like the filmic version of everything. Which if I go to, I could swear there was like weird. I could swear you used to be able to change how it looked. Maybe it was never in Below Zero. Oh, awesome. Always called the builder tool. Thank goodness. I'm not crazy. Can't make that, which is really annoying. So I'm gonna dump the titanium, and then I'll go make the rebreather and the repair tool. Ah, it's nice to know that at least a few people are interested in watching me play this game for the first time. Maybe I should have called it Playing Below Zero for the first time, but genuinely speaking, I just woke up really early and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna play until my partner wakes up, and then I'll end. Speaking of which, I'm actually going to send her this live stream so she doesn't just walk downstairs and and then find me talking to myself and get really confused. I'm playing Subnautica, officially called the Habitat Builder. There we go. Okay, I've sent her the live stream. Oh no, go away! No.
Warning. 30 seconds
No.
of oxygen.
Some of the wildlife
give that
down
back.
here is very
There we go.
grabby.
Yeah, she now won't just walk in and be confused. Oh. That's fine. I can have some water and then I'll have room for the other one. Yeah, the screen space warping's really funny at the edges of the screen. But I'm glad we need two of these. Oh wait, no. One creepvine makes two, so one would have been fine for the repair tool and rebreather anyway. Oh, that's cool. Do you have to tame the sea monkeys to get them to give you stuff? Also, how much you know of Below Zero? Sorry, I missed that because I was distracted. I know very little. I played some of the early access, so I know there's precursors. I know you interact with a precursor, and I've seen the images of the precursor homeworld. I saw like the painted versions of that stuff. Apart from that, I'm trying to think. Outside of that, no, I don't really know anything. I've seen little fragments of gameplay. I've played little bits, but that's about it. Now let's see. Ruby and okay, there's no way I'm actually gonna make a Oh wait, only need 5 mesh. Never mind, we good. In the club wheel, fam. So I can finally repair the radio station, I'm assuming. Can I make floating lockers in this? I feel like that's a necessity at this point without a construction tool. Whoa. Okay, they give other stuff. Floating locker, there we go. As much as I've never made these in Subnautica. You know, the biggest creature in that ocean is... Well, I've already bumped into the chelicerite, or whatever it's called. That was awful. I didn't realize things could look that big in a Subnautica game. Crystalline sulfur, I would assume so. I would assume it takes on the exact same role. Actually, I'm going to fill this floating locker with all the pointless decorative stuff I got. And then I'll dump in the rest of the resources. Wait, what? Map? Oh god, there's so much stuff. Yeah, I love the drawing of this. Yeah, I know the edit name. I fell victim to the classic blunder. I'm gonna leave that for now, and I'm gonna go over to I'm gonna go and finish making this rebreather. That's the important thing right now. Oh wait, a tab called maps. At the top. Oh yeah, tab called maps. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I'm not used to having maps in this game. Okay, so Delta Station is... Oh, wow, that's weird. I thought it was on like a big wall. Can you even see the cursor in game? I'm suspicious you can't see the cursor right now. I don't know. Anyway, this is actually really useful. I'll have to remember. I wish you could pin stuff like this. Although I could probably open it and blows a no. Well, at least you don't. At least you don't put them in the bioreactor. That would be truly awful. Used to. I missed a cute fish. I remember when it was going to be an early access reward, like, hey, thanks for playing early access, here's your pet, and then they changed it. You over the Omega. Oh, okay. That's actually really useful. I assume that was going to be another, I assume that was going to be another base I need to go to, but that's really helpful for navigation. Okay, so. Probably shouldn't be wasting so much power on the Sea Glide. Oh, I needed 2 samples. And I'm wasting so much time. I wish I was oh, this closer. I wish I was growing this stuff. It'd be nice to have it right next door, but I don't have a builder tool. A construction tool. I don't have one. I'm sure it'll pop up soon though. And I still need to investigate the pilot last known position, which I assume I'll be all set to do once I have the rebreather. I don't know, should I go to the Delta station and repair the radio station, which is what I'm assuming I'm doing, or should I go to the pilot location? There we go. Oh wait, I shouldn't be looking away. I'm looking for the rebreather. Go on my face. Bam.
The rebreather facilitates extensive free diving by recycling air more efficiently.
Yeah, I'll go to
at
Delta.
significant depths.
Oh, I'll need to
Free
test.
free.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I'd get a sea truck. Okay. Well, I'm assuming for a sea truck, I need to get a vehicle. I completely forgot what they're called. Honestly, it's been a while since I played Subnautica. But the little floating vehicle bay, mobile vehicle bay. I remember now. And I assume for a mobile vehicle bay, I just need to explore more. I'll turn you into food. And then I need more batteries, honestly, or a charger, but that's okay. As I said, this game's a bit aimless, but the original game was also aimless as well, so I can figure things out. At least I hope. Not sure where I'd get a mobile vehicle bay fragment, but I'm pretty sure if I have crab suit. Oh yeah, sea monkey nest. I've never heard of those before, but I will go look for them. This is me. I should probably go to the. I'm assuming that's the copper mining site. Cooper. I will go back to the sea monkey though and see if there's like a cave with a nest. And I have the rebreather now, so depth isn't so much of an issue as it was before. God, I feel like weirdly responsible for wasting people's time if I'm slow at this game, even though I'm not a speedrunner or anything. Tasty batteries. All I need is a bit more copper now. I'm assuming they'll be down here or something. Oh, stinky! Oh, stinky cave. It's the stinky cave. Sea glide. I mean, if I wanted titanium, sure. Maybe I'm gonna.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
If
remaining.
I had to guess, I would say that maybe they only have one type at a time. Glob, glob, glob. Glob, 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 glob. Well, I don't know. A big part of that progress is probably me just feeling guilty for not doing things, otherwise I feel like I have to be constantly making progress. Also, yeah, the start of the stream was literally just me opening up the menu and going, oh wow, it works. Oh, that's actually a really good idea, because I assume if I don't take the item straight back, they take it straight to their nest. I didn't even think about stuff like that, because I never really assumed that Subnautica would have any kind of, you know, quote-unquote ecosystem. There we go. Come on, little guy. You gonna take the flare? No, he's scared of it, maybe. I think. Yeah, I think it might be scared of it. It could have been reacting to something else, but... Yep, it's scared of the flare. Oh. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'll let it take my knife and then I'll follow it. I'll get my air first, though. Where is it? There you are. Take my knife. Come on. They take stuff on... It reminds me of having a well, I was gonna say a cat, but also my dogs were like this as well. When you when you put your face on them. No, when you put your face on them. When you put your hand on their face. No, I don't think it's gonna go to a little cave or anything. Oh. I'm gonna take that knife back. Hello, Ron Weasley from the hit franchise Harry Potter. On the bright side, maybe the nests are a bit closer to here. Oh, here we go. This looks... Oh, mobile vehicle bay. No, I know that sound. There we go. There's years of... actually, years? There's a decade of trauma baked into that sound. There we go. Pictures of my PDA in the sky. Weird. Yeah, I have. I've been playing normal Subnautica since 2014. Ish. Well, I don't know. My friend told me about it in 2014. I started properly playing it once the first early access builds came out, but it was only on his computer when I was at his house. And that was always funny because he had a good computer and a slow computer, and the slow computer was the one I always had to play on, which only got like 10 or 15 FPS. Apart from that, I played on I think it was on a MacBook Air, like a 2014 MacBook Air or something. So it was awful. But good luck. Have fun playing Subnautica. Legend. You know, I got so distracted by the sea monkey that I forgot what I was looking for, but I just remembered saying that out loud. I got the mobile vehicle bay, I think? Or did I just get a piece of it? I got one of 3. Oh, okay. I'm assuming that I can look into more. Are you going to get Subnautica 2 even though... they didn't actually fire the original developer. Well, they replaced the creator of Subnautica 1 and Below Zero and then the company president, but neither of them were working on the game itself. The bit that gets a bit mixed is that Krafton say they weren't going to replace them if they went back to working on Subnautica 2 and they refused, whereas the people in charge said they were, but then the developers said they weren't. So I'm trying to keep my toes out of that at the moment, but I will support the game because as much as you can like review bomb any other Krafton game, if you're unhappy about the changes that kind of screwed over the developers of Subnautica 2, not buying that game will hurt them even more. And they're all really nice people. I know it's their livelihood. I want to support that. There you go. There's my thoughts on the drama. Probably, I don't know. As I said, the hard bit about it is that it's been barely any time at all, and there's new news coming out almost every day. So it's kind of hard to form an opinion without knowing everything. And we don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. Now, I'm going to go look at the precursor stuff. I think that's a good idea with my 22% sea glide. God, I'm actually... One thing that I'm a little bit sad about, being someone that hasn't played Below Zero, is I don't know what the progression is like. I don't know how far or early in I am. I assume I'm very early in. But... Oh, I don't have any more copper. Yeah, I do. I keep having to press escape to close that menu, and I'm pretty sure I always did that in the original game as well. Yeah, They said they'd give the 250 million payout. However, according to Crafton, they said that the people in charge were going to take about 90% of that to fund their own things that they were doing separate to Subnautica 2. And that only 10% of that would actually... or 90% would be allocated elsewhere, and only 10% would ever be given out to developers. But again, that's why it's a situation I'm sort of trying to stay away from, because there's so much nuance to it. I know I can eat the little shrub nut, if that's what you're talking about, but I'm trying to... I was going to see if I could grow it into a little tree once I have a builder tool. Pilot last night... yeah, precursor stuff, that's what I was going to do. And I do know that people call them different things from precursors, but as someone who's like almost exclusively played Subnautica 1, oh, voice crack, Subnautica 1, I guess, and has never played Subnautica Below Zero, they will always be the precursors in my heart. One thing I'm curious about that the gameplay trailer for Subnautica 2 did not give us was the soundscape for the game. There wasn't really any music outside of just the ambient noises, but even then they were really muffled by the music. And I had like a quick go for fun at removing a lot of that, but you kind of lose a lot of the finer details in the audio. I think that got like 15 views or something. I'm surprised so few people are interested to, like, I don't know, hear some more sounds. Without that stuff, and there it is. Hello, Beacon. Not a lot to fit into a 2-minute trailer, but it would have been, I don't know, it would have been nice to have a moment where the music just goes away and they're like, actual gameplay, not just a montage. Okay, I could swear there were a ton of fragments. Yeah, there's another one. So I'd assume I should be following this stuff deeper, but I'm gonna check out all these other bits and bobs first. Get that titanium. Here we go, here's the area I wanted. One thing, I think I mentioned this earlier, but one thing I'm less of a fan of in this game was how tied to oxygen the progression was, whereas in the original Subnautica it was more about crush depth. Well, which, you know, I know that crush depth is basically the same thing, but it feels a bit different to have these oxygen plates. Oh, that'd be the SOS. What's the main difference between Subnautica 2 and the OG? Everything. It's on a new planet, new tools. It's set way in the future, just so you know, like after even Natural Selection 2, so it's really advanced. We actually see hints in the gameplay trailer that Altera have taken technology from the precursors, and it's a completely new story. But in terms of gameplay, it's kind of similar to Subnautica, so if you love Subnautica, you'll probably love 2. Actually, this is a perfect example. This is the technology that Altera repurposed in Subnautica 2. Sounds like a skill issue.
Is someone there?
Sorry, I mean there's someone there.
We're running out of time.
I love these guys. Don't attack me though, please. It's below zero similar to the OG. No. It's very linear, the map's smaller, I don't know, the creatures seem a little bit more interesting and the music's different. I don't know, it's kind of like the cousin of Subnautica.
I can help you better if you show yourself.
Sorry, I love this game, but the talking's annoying.
You mean you don't have a physical presence? Are you one of them? An architect?
Storage medium identified. We will be lost unless we find a new host.
Anyway, I'll just talk up a little bit. Below Zero is like the cousin of Subnautica, whereas Subnautica 2's like a sibling.
Your cybernetic components bear their signal.
Altera? No, my equipment is borrowed.
It will have to do.
He sounds like, I can never remember the actor's name, but he sounds like Severus Snape. Also, I'm going to take... don't worry, this isn't me leaving. I'm going to have a quick hydration break. There we go. Especially talking non-stop, it's really easy to underestimate how harsh that is. Oh, ion cubes! I hope I get like, I hope I get the batteries in this game. I'd love to get a I'd love to get an ion battery sea glide in this already. It'd be so much nicer. I don't know, is that a weird thing? Does anyone else do that? Whenever I pick up certain items in games, I just like to imagine that the character's eating them. Because they just kind of vanish.
How long have you been stored here?
Longer than hoped. Warning. Sanctuary power critical. Our data can be downloaded from the terminal. We may speak more once the transfer is
That looks pretty.
Yes, okay. Hurrying.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought they just... sorry for going silent. I was just appreciating how it looks. I thought they just put me in a box with that. What is the storage medium, though? Oh, the PDA.
storage medium accepted.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Brace?
What's happening?
Transfer.
I was the PDA.
Transfer complete.
Have I considered streaming more? Yeah, I want to stream more like this. I have a bit of free time.
Why do you sound like you're inside my head?
I mean, right now I'm streaming because it's the morning, but my partner's a chef, and I tend to have a fair amount of free time at home.
Heart in my head?
I mean, I'm probably going to stream an entire playthrough of Below Zero personally.
Oh no. Does your kind perceive a boundary between cybernetic and organic components?
My mind is not a component.
You sound angry. We will allow you a moment to process.
Don't you go silent
Also, I don't
on
know
me.
if I said, but the voice of him sounds like Severus Snape. Whoever that actor is.
This is not happening. That's the explanation. It's not happening.
See, I love voiced characters, but at the same time, this character doesn't have enough of a personality, so it feels more like an interruption to the game. I like her though. I mean, it's not too often that you So I was curious if the lights are turned on, but they're still on pretty much everywhere. I don't know, it's not often that you play as a woman in a game like this. A lot of the time it'd be like, we're gonna shoot him out, man, you know. Gonna kill this son of a gun. But whatever. Let's make our way out. Oh, whoops. Oh, scan cube. Do you mean the giant one that just collapsed? I hope I didn't just walk away. I've been looking out for the little scan icon. I hope I haven't missed really obvious stuff, because I want to read through this PDA stuff after. And I will make sure, because a bunch of you seem to be joining at this point in time, I will stream again at the same time, roughly. I don't know what day, because I don't have like a schedule or anything, but I'll try to hit roughly the same time. I don't know. I mean, if you want to talk about inclusivity in Subnautica, keep in mind white people don't exist anymore. It's like a weird bunch of homogenized races so far in the future that the concept of just being from a different country defining who you are no longer exists. That's why I laughed a little bit when people are freaking out about the non-white characters in the trailer. It's like, if you actually read the lore and like the game, it's like, yeah, of course not. No! There you go. You're not allowed to run upside down. I'm really excited to see all the characters in... apparently there's 4 playable characters in Subnautica 2. And I genuinely wasn't keeping track when I saw them in the trailer. So I don't know if we saw all 4 or not. I'm assuming we did. There we go, that was interesting. What was the latest log? Okay, sorry, I was not looking where I was going. So it doesn't look like we got an explicit instruction to continue. Oh, that's a dead end. Okay, this would be the exit then. Let's see what that PDA scan was. What would that even be under? I'll have to check when I'm not nearly drowning. This is a nice spot.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I really like the decision in Subnautica 2 to get an actual person to voice the PDA. It sounds really cool. And she sounds very similar to the original. Here we go, alien data. Here we go. While advanced civilization has attempted... Oh god, that's a lot. I'm not going to read that out loud. I don't know, boy. Let's see. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. Wow. 35 bits per electron. Yep, okay, so it's basically a giant... It's the equivalent of a giant ion cube, because that seems to be the exact same functionality ion cubes had. Hey, little guy. I like the designs. This does look very similar to this shark. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a simplification. While human has attempted for centuries to emulate a brain, it looks like the architect race has been able to, using this cube. Yeah, no, that's it. If you want a summary of it, that's it. It's literally just talking about how amazing the precursors were. They really did it. Have you already the sea Leviathan? Leviathan? Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to read it. I don't know, I can't do a Jarvis voice. Despite being British, I cannot do a Jarvis voice. I do it, my partner isn't even British, but we don't both do funny English accents at each other a lot of the time when we're reading stuff like this to make it more interesting. Ooh, hello. I'll pick up the call.
We understand this arrangement is undesirable to you.
You're not real. Go away.
To go, we require a suitable body for transfer.
Why do you keep saying we? How many of you are there?
One of us and all of us. We do not think of ourselves as individuals.
Is it just me, or is this playing mostly through the writing?
Why don't you start by telling me who you
Whenever
are?
they talk, I feel like they're talking over my right ear.
Code to my species designation.
Yeah, I've seen one of the Leviathans so far, the
My whole
Chelicerae
life I've been
or something.
dying to meet a sapient, spacefaring alien up close, and you're telling me your name is Alan?
Is it insufficient?
No, it's fine. It's perfect. Where are you from, Alan?
Your kind calls us architects.
The precursor race.
There you go.
But what are you doing here?
That is a long story. Perhaps you
Wow.
would prefer to
Charge,
focus
can I
on the
just use that as a
construction of
battery?
new storage medium to which I may transfer.
Yes. Fine, absolutely. How do we get you out of my head?
I have added the information to your data bank. You will need to find the necessary components.
Any idea where I can find them?
It is unclear. I have been disconnected from my network for so long I cannot locate the coordinates.
Indeed, frustrated reaction. Does anyone know where to find the construction tool? I would really appreciate any assistance with getting the little builder at this point in time. I need storage. It's one thing I don't like about them. Come on, give me, like, start me off with the building tool. Why is it so restricted? Unless I got it in the meantime. No, I haven't. I'm gonna take as much of this titanium out and put it into that storage locker. Do. There we go. I did not find a fragment at the island. Also, it's funny because you kept calling it an island, but I genuinely thought that was the edge of the map. I can head back to Delta Station if there is actually a fragment there. I'm assuming every one of these maps are actually Altera. Where is it? I think there's one on the one by the bases on a crate. I'll look back there because I could swear I got all of them. Dumb notifications. Let's see what email. What's this email that's been pestering me all morning? It's Uber Eats. I don't even use Uber Eats, and they've been pestering me for months saying I have $30 of credit. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use them. I need to unsubscribe from that at some point. Time for the long trip back. I would love a sea truck. But, you know, whatever. We'll take what we can get. Gonna dodge that guy, but... I've just received a very suspicious message. Oh my god, I did. I did miss a building fragment. I don't know if... I don't know if that's a screenshot of my stream or just a general one, but yeah, I missed that. I hate that. On the bright side, I actually know where to go this time. So we won't have the same issue as last time. Okay, general video. I wasn't sure because of the compression, and I know that live streams usually look quite bad. On my phone, yeah, anyway. That was helpful. I would have searched around on the crate down by the dock. Run, 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 run. I'm waiting, by the way, I'm not starving because I'm dumb. I'm waiting for it to hit 25-ish. So I can eat the nutrient block and get the most out of it. Don't like wasting food. Okay, all the way up to the top. You would think the bitrate would be worse, but I'm also streaming at double the bitrate of, I'm also streaming at double the bitrate YouTube suggests, and I think I'm streaming at around the bitrate required for 1440p at 60 FPS. So, I don't know. It was by one of these little connecting tubes. Might be the one up there. Oh. See, the other issue I have is not only do I get focused on things, I'm also... Oh, yeah, I'm so blind. I'm also reading a chat, which is over on another monitor. Bioreactor? I'm gonna wait for the little pop-up to... Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit of a jump scare to scan a, Go left, there's a staircase down. It's such a jump scare to scan an item and then not get the item first. Now, you said there's a staircase down, so I'm assuming you mean... here? Or maybe you mean to the left. Wait, no, this is left. I'm always tempted to jump off, but I'm also freezing, so I'm gonna go into the cave. See, now I feel like I can actually do stuff, because I can make a little base. I love this cave. Sorry, clearing my throat. It's such a cool little design. I love the idea. I'm gonna eat some of these nuts. There's... Ah, I'm sorry. There's no need for some of those noises that the player makes. You don't eat like that unless you're swallowing the thing whole. Ah, I can't jump off there. I'll probably... I hope I'll find the staircase next time. It does. It goes up to about 111, I believe is the max, or 115. But not all the time, and I'm pretty sure if you eat too much you vomit. And then you lose even more. Although, I don't know if the vomiting was a Subnautica 1 exclusive thing that got removed later. Oh. No, nothing interesting here. Yeah, I seem to remember in the earlier game, I thought you were taking damage, but I think it was vomiting, and you would, like, lose your hunger or something. And I remember assuming that it was some kind of mechanic where you had to vary your diet, but then it turned out I was just overeating. Again, though, that might be exclusive to Subnautica 1, and that also might have been removed in an early access update. That's the issue, because whenever I think about Subnautica, I have about a decade's worth of updates crammed into my head. I played almost every experimental build. It's just like a weird blend of memories. Hell yeah. Come on, let's make this construction tool, or builder, or habitat builder. There we go. I wish the power glide was in this game. I'd kill for a power glide. I wish the power glide was in Subnautica. I wish they hadn't removed it. It's a little bit of an evil, weevil move. One of the weird things about the fragments to me in Below Zero is that you seem to, for the most part, only need to find one fragment and then you just unlock it instantly. And then you unlock a ton of stuff at once, and it just kind of makes it feel a little bit pointless. I mean, I know what the point is, but it feels a little bit weird to not have such smooth progression. So let's see, we need a wiring kit. Is that still table coral in this game? Wiring kit. No, it's 2 silver. Oh yeah, it is. What am I thinking of? Computer chip is the table coral.
Oxygen.
It's also kind of weird how you now hit your head on like an invisible wall when you go above the surface. Sorry if I just triggered anyone's epilepsy by doing that. Please have silver. That's quartz. I probably have silver inside, though I picked up a bunch in the early game. There we go. And computer chip I do need to make, actually. Gold, copper wire. There's gold. I don't have any copper. And I need table coral. Okay, that's easy. Now let's go here. I feel like I haven't gone this direction once. I've gone like every other way except this way, so it's probably full of stuff. Yeah, it is. Full of everything. So I've just not touched it. I'm excited for the pulse tool. I wish we knew what it was called. There's like the general purpose mining and whatnot. Times 2. Yeah, I actually did already steal one. It's in one of the boxes. I think it's in the floating locker. And I need table coral, which I can only assume looks identical to the original game. Oh, original game's table coral. I don't know how I managed to whistle every now and again. I'm really worried about piercing people's ears. Yep, I'm fairly active in the Subnautica 2 Discord, and thank you. I'm mainly active because I want to do like little update videos on whatever comes out, and I want to make sure I'm getting whatever the general community feel is. Okay, so I'm assuming the compressor I have on might actually be working a little bit at filtering off those harsh sounds. I can't redo it, but it's a really high-pitched whistle. Oh yeah, no, I remember. It's a cute little one, but the guys have a chance to attack you if you get too close, so I've been avoiding them a little bit. I would have thought table coral would have been easier to find. Is that a fragment? No. Fish. Yeah, that sea glide would have been useful. About, let's look at the stream time, an hour and a half ago. Oh, there's a bunch of them here. Table coral, maybe. No. Okay. Oh no, I think they changed it. Table coral doesn't break into fragments anymore, does it? It just drops the one. See, I feel clueless here. Table coral should be really easy to get and find, harvest. It's like a bright red table of coral. I guess it's just a learning curve. I need to get to know the environment. I'm comparing over a decade of playing Subnautica to me hopping into below zero for 2 hours. I'm not going to know the same amount. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. The small redfish attack here. The things that look like they called biters or something. I always get mixed up on between the bleeders and the other one. So I think the bleeders attach to you and the biters bite you. Table coral hunt. Least interesting thing I could possibly be doing in this game. Oh, wait, no, I'm dumb. I thought that was a time capsule. That's a grab trap though. Can unlock that finally. There we go. I mean, I might use that for... I might use that for getting bladderfish and whatnot, but... Oh, I'm not going to be frozen today, buddy. This... No. I'm glad knives don't break. My knife would have broken several times over by now if they still had that in the game. Am I being really dumb? Are they really bright and obvious and I'm just going right past them over and over again? Perhaps, perhaps not. I'll find them soon. I know I found one earlier, I just have no idea where that was, and it was just one by itself. Like they were in whole shelves before, in the first game. Let's look. Let's keep it going. I need the table coral. The table shelf coral. It's like the red coral. I don't know if it's a different color in this one, like orangey red. Yeah, it's for the computer chip table coral sample. Gonna have the water. No, I just feel like I don't know, I'm a little bit bamboozled because I know I found some earlier, and I thought I would have found some here. It's all I need to, and then I can start making a little base. And I know that base building is a little bit different in Below Zero from the original Subnautica. And that's fun. And then I can put lockers, and I can put names on those lockers. I actually remember the people that were here when I began playing Below Zero properly. It's where the blue sharks are. Okay, so it's closer to the precursor stuff. I know what blue sharks you're talking about. I'm just a little bit clueless. I hope when you said here you didn't mean that, and I'm going over it. So I didn't see any. I keep thinking these are time capsules. Stop tricking me. Table coral who? Oh, sea monkey place. Maybe this will be useful. Yes, it will. There we go. That was a very useful tip with the sea monkey nest holding fragments. I'm gonna keep going a bit more towards the precursor stuff because maybe that is where I found the initial table coral. I'm annoyed that this isn't some variant of it. So I think I've tried to hit it twice, and it's not even been its own little thing that can be sampled. Twisty bridges. Oh, yep, there we go. Well, the precursor stuff is technically twisty bridges? Question mark. And I'm assuming the brute sharks are the Below Zero equivalent of those sharks that have the eyes on the underside of their heads. There we go. Thank you for watching, by the way. I appreciate that people are interested in me suffering through this game. Okay, I'll just follow the twisty bridges until I start. Oh, there it is. See, it's at a weird angle and it's just kind of there. Oh, that's another one. I'd recognize those little pink lights anywhere. Always loved the bioluminescence in this game. I'm glad we're getting a lot more of it in Subnautica 2. So I'm just reading stuff and thinking. My brain is chugging. I need more brain RAM. I wish I could transfer some of my computer RAM into my brain. That'd be great. Maybe get multi-threading on my brain. Oh, there we go. That is officially everything we need for the habitat builder, so I can unpin that. Is a thermos actually useful? I'm assuming that that's going to be for holding like hot drinks or something, so when you're on land you can warm yourself up. But, or maybe it holds the coffee from the coffee machine. Who knows? Call me MatPat the way I'm theorizing. Yeah, we'll see. Whoa, weird sound bug there. I do have the blueprint for the coffee builder, thankfully. Coffee builder? I do have the blueprint for the coffee machine. Architect organs, architect... Oh, okay. Yep. Didn't notice those. That's useful. Let's see, anything else? No. Oh yeah, I was looking for the coffee machine. It's probably going to be under base pieces. Yeah, coffee vending machine, 2 titanium.
Survival rate would be greatly enhanced with the construction of an underwater vehicle.
Oh no, I didn't mean to make copper wire. I meant to make a computer chip. That could have been bad. And then can I make a no. 1 piece away. But I can make the habitat builder. Finally! How long did that take? Assuming I took about 15 minutes to get settled into the game and the stream done, that took me about 2 hours to get a habitat builder. That's insane. Okay, you go there in your rightful spot. I use this exact same hotbar layout in every version of the game. Although, I will ask, is there a better biome to set up than here? Because my assumption would have been to go in the safe shallows, but I'm getting the feeling that maybe I should make it further out. I'm almost tempted to do it by the Chelicerite. Or Cheliceride. But, not entirely sure. And that would also require a lot of back and forth. Also hope I don't have a beacon, but that's okay. Just to mark off the base, but I'm sure I can remember where it is. Let's refill on oxygen. I need a bigger oxygen tank too. Yeah, I feel like somewhere behind here where the Cheliceride is, it's a really pretty looking area. I know there's a gigantic Leviathan there. A gargantuan Leviathan even, but I think I'll go and place it out here because it's nice and central-ish, I think. Where's the Delta base? I do have the Delta beacon. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I think so long as I'm somewhere near the middle of the map by the Delta station, it'll be a nice central point to come back to, regardless of where I am in the story. You were gone for 10 minutes. I got the building tool! Or the habitat builder. And I'm thinking of building the base by the Cheliceride. At least assuming that's what it is. I don't even know what it's called. I'm assuming it's the Cheliceride because... Cheliceride? Who knows? But I have the habitat builder. That's like the big update. Yeah, I'm gonna love this place. Where's that really pretty... Oh, hello rock guy. Where's the really pretty open area that has like all the little volcanic looking plateaus? That's what I want. I think it might be over here. Yeah. And assuming these are thermal vents, I could maybe set up thermal power here. Assuming that's a thing in below zero. Oh yeah, this place is perfect. I'm gonna get set up right here. There we go.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, I didn't bring the pieces for anything, no. No, okay, fine.
Oxygen.
I did bring the stuff for a hatch, so I'm going to, I will see if it burns me. First off, I'm gonna figure out, last known position. Yeah, sure. Let's face the hatch out this way. There you go. Does it have the bug where it replenishes your oxygen even though it's out of power?
Oxygen production offline.
I'll wait for this guy to leave, and then I will make a break for the my habitat. I mean, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, but I actually really like this place. It feels like a really cool alien location to get set up. No, I don't get burnt. Okay, we're not getting thermal power here. We will get the bare minimum solar, though. Yeah, the lithium was mentioned before, and that also sounded useful. I just like how central it is to the map.
Warning. 30 seconds of
God,
oxygen
I wish I
remaining.
could disable these warnings, although I know that if I did, there would be a time when I would be about to die, and I would just miss it entirely. You know, when I said I was going to do this stream until my partner woke up, I kind of thought she would wake up around this time. It's nearly 9:30. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not in hardcore. I'm in regular. I wanted to play hardcore, but I decided against it. Although, in hindsight, as someone who hasn't died yet and is very careful with the game, I'm thinking maybe I should have played in hardcore. See, I feel like this would be so much better with the sea truck, but at the same time, I've heard rumors that the sea truck is awfully slow. Oh well, this is fun. I can't wait to work on the scripts later. I've currently got a 4,500 word script, and I'm going to be working on it even more today, and then that video will be coming up on Monday. Oh yeah, so we need anything useful like quartz, titanium. I can pick up the rest later, but quartz and titanium are the big ones because I need to be able to make a solar chunk. Yeah, the sea truck sucks, but it is infinite oxygen. Speed upgrades sound good. Let's see, where's the solar panel? They need to add a search bar to this thing. Okay, it's literally just quartz. I can make tons of that. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Bioreactor is a wiring kit and lubricant. I'll actually see... Okay, I can't make that. I will make a wiring kit, and I think I'll actually make the lubricant before I go, because it would be great to have a little bioreactor set up. Could maybe even do a grab trap and get some fish. If I get an aquarium set up, I'm basically set for life. Anyway, good luck. MM. Oh, there was someone called MM in Meteor and something I used to watch. I can't remember what it was. At least I'm assuming it's Meteor, but goodbye. MM. Oh, that sounds way too familiar. Anyway, I was, oh yeah, that's right. Before I head back, I'm gonna make sure I have the stuff for a bioreactor. Best vehicle, maybe the Snow Fox, but as far as I'm aware, its only use is on land. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Let's get rid of the gold for now. It's really funny, my partner accused me of using a different voice whenever I'm streaming and recording, but I'm not. This microphone just picks up a fair bit more bass in my voice. I actually intentionally tried to talk higher than I used to, because I worked in customer service, and it turns out people respond a lot better to not a creepy deep voice. Okay, so it does work on what well, no. Then it's not the best vehicle. Especially in a game called Subnautica, I wouldn't really think a surface vehicle would be the best game for that. There we go. Well, that is that. Now we can do the lubricant. And then we have everything we need for a bioreactor. Awesome. I really want to have the stuff for a grav trap as well, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. A battery, I need 2 ribbon plants. 1 ribbon plant? I now know there's ribbon plants down here, so I'm actually going to just grab these. There we go. I'm glad I caught that on my way back. That's a battery, and now we can make a grab trap, although that might have just used up the stuff for the bio. Nope, we are all set. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna take an extra lead just in case. I should probably have the ingredients for a fabricator, but I'll get rid of the 2 lead and I'll try to find 2 copper along the way for the fabricator. I'm really being messed up by that whole escape thing to close tabs, because it's not escape. Oh, I need a lot of copper. Or a battery charger. Battery charger would be great. Unless I already have one. I do! Okay, I really do just need copper then. Copper is the only thing getting in the way of me and a battery charger. And a new battery. And a fabricator. Oh well, may as well use the Sea Glide then if I'm getting more copper, because I'll be able to replace the power with this trip. Cooper? It does come out of a pool though, so maybe I've already had too much copper, so this one will just be titanium. Oh.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Sorry,
that was a little alarm. Why didn't I drink that? Where's the titanium? There it is. God, Subnautica 2 is going to be so fun. Yeah, I might eat the mushrooms at some point. Oh.
Oxygen.
Is that a meme that you're referencing, or are you really just telling me to eat the mushrooms in this game a lot? Really hope that I didn't think about power generation when I was when I was getting this base set up, honestly. I really hope the solar panel does enough. I also should have brought a beacon with me. What is it to even make a beacon? Where are you? I don't have the stuff to make a beacon because the only copper I have is for the fabricator, and then I need copper wire. So I actually need more copper than I thought. I'll eat this to clear up more space. Please be copper. Please be copper.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Please be copper. It's lithium. I don't even... I think it's 2 copper for a copper wire, right? Yeah. Oh, that's fine. 1 more copper and I am set. I'll drop you. This place looks like, reminds me of the... I can't remember what they're called, but the nice planes with all the spikes and the thermal vents in the first game. It was great for getting lithium and silver and all sorts of other fancy materials. Have to build magnet game? Is that an autocorrect of magnetite? Or am I just missing something really obvious? It's probably shale. Argentite. Please don't clip through the floor while I'm gone. There's all the useful resources, but none of the ones I want.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And I'm really regretting not bringing that, I'm really regretting not bringing that beacon at this point. Although, here are the little vents that I loved before, so we're probably quite close. There it is. I was right, we were right next door to it. To be fair, I did think this area would be more abundant in resources, so that's on me. Exterior modules. The game does not have a grid snap. I'm going to implode. Oh, that is so awesome. It's probably about to hit me, isn't it? Yep. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Come on, build, build, build. Build, build, build. I hope that...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Some important
Power
technology.
restored. All
I implore
primary
you to
systems online.
investigate.
Will this help us build you a body?
I do not know what we will find. I just know it is important.
Also, yes, I did
Signal
read.
location
I did
uploaded
read
to
through the story
PDA.
document you sent. I've seen it in the past, I believe, and it was interesting. I just got really busy generally with life. The only reason I'm even free today is because I started streaming at I started streaming at like 6 or 7 a.m. Fred's bed. Let's see, interior pieces. What am I? So I can't make copper wire, but I will make a fabricator. That'll be the thing I make. Yeah, it's a shame with what happened to SCP Unity, but I don't know. It's in the past and we can't really change it, and I don't think anyone can really recreate that sort of success, unfortunately. I liked most of the developers though. I'm glad to see they're still working on things. And out you go. Get all the fish. Oh, that's not nice. Wow. I feel like I've both made no progress and a lot of progress at the same time. I should probably plant... I should probably get a planter so I can plant like little nut tree in it, assuming that even fits. I'm just gonna put that there. Love the basic pot. Is there anything else we can make? I don't think so. Location is important. Here we go. Yeah, I couldn't hear this one. I've determined the location just so it's important. Okay, so I'm assuming... there we go. Awesome. I'll pick up lithium from this area, because that's one of the few things it has, and reinforce the base. Oh yeah, that's right, I have no power. It's really annoying, so I'm starting to get all this stuff to explore. I've got the Architect artifacts. I did the precursor stuff there. I have the last known pilot location. There's all these things I could do, but I can't do them yet. Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll reconstruct it behind the plant pot here. And the reason I'm adding this is because I want to have windows in this base. There's no way I'm building in a place like this and not having windows. In terms of how long I plan on streaming, I'm probably going to end it whenever... Well, I was going to end it when my partner woke up, but it looks like she is really sleeping in today, which is fine. She's a chef and doesn't have work, so... Oh, I don't have windows. Oh. So I'll probably finish whenever doesn't seem mean, because I feel kind of bad for just saying, okay, bye guys, and cutting it off. But I'm honestly pretty happy with the progress I've made today. So I would almost be tempted to end it here. 2.5 hours. I've got the base. I made it through some of the starting story elements. I'm safe. Oh no. I'd be curious to hear what other people think. And also I'm annoyed that I don't have windows. I thought I would have windows. How is that not a basic starting piece? Exterior grow bed. I'll also throw down one of these on the roof, I think. There we go. Wow, so ugly. Let's throw it down somewhere else. Like over here. There we go. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy to... I would be relatively happy to end the stream here, but... I'm not leaving 2,000 people, I'm leaving 20,000 people. So yeah, I will probably actually take your advice and end that here, actually. I'm pretty happy with the progress. I'll try to come back tomorrow around the same time. For anyone that is curious on catching up as I continue with this below zero thing, but I really appreciate all the I really appreciate all the help, and I want to start putting lockers down with all the people that have helped me in this so far, because I would probably still be going around in circles not knowing what to do without anyone. So yeah, pretend I'm in Minecraft and sneaking and punching at the camera. I'll see you guys all later. I don't have a hotkey bound to stop streaming, so I have to awkwardly alt-tab, but goodbye.